Hello everyone! Welcome to a Let's Play of... Oh, this one shows up this time. Excellent, we're doing better already. Mega Man X2. It's been 6 months since the destruction of Sigma. Mega Revolt started by Sigma's over, but Mega Man X, the new generation of Maverick Hunters, have yet to destroy all of Sigma's followers. Led by information gained by Dr. Kane, Mega Man X and the rest of the Hunters have tracked the last of the Mavericks to an abandoned Reploid factory. There they hope to wipe out the last of the Resistance. Is it just me, or is Dr. Kane like the everyman now? Little do they know they suspect. Little do they suspect the real war is about to begin. This game is pretty good. This is probably one of my favorites. It's just complex. It's of the SNES ones anyway. It's just complex enough that the main game is just... it just goes... Alright, this game included a basically a built-in chip to do those 3D vector frame animations. Theirs is called the C3 chip. So, let's get on with it. There we go. Sorry, that was demo mode. Is there anything in the option mode that we care about? No. We could turn the sound back to mono if we wanted to, but I don't think I want to change any of the buttons. Oh, no, we don't need to see that again. So, unlike the first game, we actually see plot. Plot is great. This is the first level. We get to ride that sweet bike. And that other... oh, he's in trouble. So, differences from the first game. We actually get to notice our upgrades from the previous game are now gone. Kind of sucks. But, at least we got to keep the acceleration system. Apparently Dr. Light did not design those things to be permanent. Or at the very least, take very long. Or X, for some reason, just likes taking them off. That and apparently the capacitor/batteries broke on the... what am I doing that for? The capacitors and/or batteries broke on the sub-tanks, so... and part tanks also. But that's not good. Okay. This game added some more interesting stuff like this! Crushing ceilings, or crushing walls. Those things happen several times in this game. The levels, I think, are a little longer than X1, and I think the fact that they could guarantee for all the Maverick stages you had a dash, let them do more interesting things with the level design. Oh, hello? What are you doing? What the heck? What the heck are you? Whoops. Ow. There's actually a lot of parts in the stages, but since the only part in that thing you can shoot in is the head, the rest of the stages is only there for you to climb back up to the top of the ship. And there we've confirmed a staple of Mega Man X games. The first boss that doesn't really mean anything. Serges. This is their leader. His name is Mega Man X. Those who underestimated him are now nothing but scrap. We won't make the same mistake. He is powerful, but he is blind to what's happening around him. Our Mavericks will keep him busy until we are ready. Yes, how is the plan proceeding? Collection is proceeding as scheduled. However, we have problems with the control chip. We have little time. We must finish construction on schedule. We must hurry. So here's our 8 stages for this game. We have the weather control stage, boss is Wire Sponge, Robot Junkyard. What I liked about this one is it shows the entire area where everything is. This is one giant island/continent. so you can see everything. All the stages here. It basically did all of the stuff from all the other areas in one section. So I'm checking something, just making sure the recording is working. Yes, we are recording. Excellent. Because that would suck. So, in this game, we always start with Wheel Gator on the awesome dinosaur tank. Wheel Gator. Wheel Gator is kind of a chump, and the main reason we go for him first is because his weapon is pretty much required to get all the other upgrades. You cannot get anywhere else in the game. You cannot get any of the other upgrades in the game without getting his weapon, because you need his weapon to get the upgrade of, oh, what's up here? What could be up here? You know, that thing we can't reach. Even skip dashing off the wall. Apparently, though, I think I've done it once. I've done it once before in my entire... I'm not going to try very long here. There was one point that I was able to just skip dash over there, but otherwise it's pretty much impossible. We can't get there yet. We need the first upgrade we're going to get. Now, normally when I play through this game, and I'm feeling particularly cheesy, what I do here is I get Wheel Gator's stuff, and then I go through and I defeat... and then I don't beat any of the other bosses, because Wheel Gator, and I guess the fire, one of the other bosses is required to get everything in the game. This is our new ride armor. It's sweet. It has... and it has... yeah, it has those... This is neat ride armor. The other thing I liked about it is that when you're moving around in this one, which you can actually see his hands. You can actually see his hands operating the container. You can't get there either because it's moving a bit slow because of those spikes there. So yeah, there's a lot of ride armor in this place. These platforms are new to this. You'll see a lot of those. There's only a life up there, and since that's all death, those things you can actually knock their shields away, unlike the really irritating enemies from the first game. Really, really irritating enemies from the first game that had... Okay, this area here is basically a special area. We can't get there. Because, well, the boss who holds it... Is there something over here? Nope, just the end of the line. So, go over here. Neat thing is that X is just a little shorter when he's... You know, let's climb back up. I'll have to kill that guy again, but then I'll get my health back. That worked out great. That was great. Okay. Where's a bike to ram into immediately? I thought that was kind of cool for the tank. So, this is Wheel Gator. He's got a couple sticks. He's not hard to beat, but he uses, yeah, that's his weapon. It's the Gator. It's the he sends that stuff flying at you, and then he shows up in the middle of. Just basically pops up and tries to grab you. So he's basically sticking around down there. Whoop. We want to stay high and away. Whoop. And we don't want to be near the base. Because if you do that, he will... if you shoot him while he's flashing like that, he'll spit back the energy back. It's basically bad. Okay. We're doing pretty well against him. He's generally one of the easiest to beat with just the X-Buster. I can never remember what weapons. I can never remember what's useful for killing him. See, if you do that, he then will spit energy balls at us. And now he's done. First boss of the game. So, I mean, if you wanted all the upgrades after this guy, you can pretty much get almost everything if you're willing to suicide after getting the item you want. Sorry, I missed that. Sorry about that. So, the next stage we go to is Overdrive Ostrich's stage. Yeah, if we wanted to collect upgrades for the sake of collecting upgrades. Next is Overdrive Ostrich. And then either Bubble Crab or... Bubble Crab does not have an upgrade tank. In this game, there's either a sub-tank or an upgrade in every stage. We will be revisiting stages more often because there's some stuff you need in the stages. This is a fun... I really liked Overdrive Ostrich's stage. Except for those things. Those things are really... So, this is why you need... In order to break that stuff, you need that. There's one of those doors we can't get in. More on that later. So, go down here. I am going to try and get the heart tank. I'll probably die once or twice in the attempt. So, we got this thing. It's kind of cool. Got one of those bikes. This thing will break if you hit too many things, and it will also break if you ram it into a sandstorm damage. Funny that. However, luckily for us, there's another one right here. And we missed it again. Missed our... So we gotta go back and get another bike. We need to keep that bike for most of the stage. I think there's a point where we don't get to use the bike anymore, which... We screwed up again. There is another way of getting it, but it requires a lot more upgrades, and it's a suicide run. Well, I guess it's not technically a suicide run if you've already beaten. Slow down a bit. Here we are. Oh, no, we're gonna die doing it. So, there's 1 to the death counter. I was not trying to die, so that's 1 to the death counter. But we got it, so... Really early death. We're gonna die a few more times in this game, because this game is not as easy as Mega Man is. It's not as easy at all. Backs the bosses are downright. So here's some can't break those. But we need to use the wheel and an upgrade capsule. Hey there, Dr. Light. Mega Man, enter the capsule. This enhancement will modify your main drive unit. With it, you will be able to dash while in mid-air. Use it wisely, Mega Man X. Sure. It's one of the few times I've actually seen him called Mega Man X. Usually he's just called... His name is technically X. So this is what it does. In this game, when you get the upgrades, it does this interesting red and white motif. All the upgrade bits have this red and white motif on them to make them visually distinctive from himself. But they also does, it gives it kind of an experimental look, which they are. Although, I suspect what happened is, at least for the quantity, the types of upgrades showing up, like put the capsule in bed, put the capsule down, and then started working on other stuff before he died. So we're basically looking at everything that Light had made before he died. This here's Overdrive Ostrich. He's kind of cool. Excuse me. I just had a bug land in my face. He will, yeah, kick you around like that. He will try to kick you around a lot. The trick is to get underneath him, and he'll spit that stuff at you. And he'll spit up like that, which he'll hit you occasionally. Usually he does a lot more running when I'm trying to hit like that. The trick when he's running at you is to get underneath him. And if you could leave him, if he gets off screen, he'll jump to the end and then land again. Yeah, I will probably die a couple times to him just because A, I did not have full health. Like that. So, increment the death counter again. I am not nearly as practiced, unlike the previous game, where I had basically completed it 3 times. Before and even then I didn't die at all the first time. Yeah, we can basically do this all except when that happens. Yeah, they're all beatable if you don't have air dash or anything like that. But air dash is basically one of the... Oh. Okay, I took that damage needlessly. He's being pretty nice to me today. Oh, walked into that one. And that one. Now he's just gonna spit up at me, huh? Got it. Okay. Stop and drink. I am not... This game is a little bit harder than Mega Man X, and I am not nearly as pro as I was in the previous game. You got Sonic Slicer. Okay. What is this? Agile. I see now why Mega Man fell at the hands of Mega Man... Sigma fell at the hands of Mega Man X. He's quite formidable. I am not sure our Mavericks can hold him long enough. We may have to intervene. Dr. Kane, what happened? A group of Mavericks calling themselves the X-Hunters have just contacted us. Greetings. We have all of Zero's parts. They can be yours if you can defeat us. We look forward to meeting you, X. X, Zero's control chip is still stored here. I doubt it is possible to resurrect him without it. Oh. Dr. Kane, I've got to get Zero's parts back. So apparently, at any cost. So apparently, Zero did not die. Because, you know, he's a robot. You could theoretically, I guess, if you had if you could rebuild them, you could rebuild him better, stronger than before. But these guys basically busted in and stole Zero's parts. So now we're under a kind of a time limit here. We basically have to go and fight them as a sub-boss in the stages that they appear in before we beat all but, I think, 2 of the enemies. Flame Stag. But we're going to go back here, because remember that area we couldn't get to? Yeah, now we can fly. By fly, I mean remain airborne for short periods of time. And if there are secrets, there are secrets. This is a... Why we... There we go. Ah, much better. Mega Man X. Enter the capsule. This enhancement will modify your X-Buster. With it, you'll be able to charge energy in both arms at once. This enables you to shoot a double shot or to charge any weapon. This is where it's at. Ching. Yeah, we don't look much like Mega Man X after all is done. Yeah, no, that's the cool part about this. Is the what I liked about this as opposed to I kind of like this method better than the original, the Mega Man X's Buster upgrade, because although the original lets you let it all one shot, this lets you... I've got 0 lives. Considering I've died twice, and I start with 2 lives. So every time you exit and enter from a stage, the Maverick Hunters will go somewhere. I think there's a pattern to it, but I don't know why. We're gonna go fight Bubble Crab next. I don't really want to fight him yet, because I don't have the weapon. I mean, I can defeat him without the weapon. And I've got the weapon to do interesting things with him. The only order that I know I have to do is I have to fight him before I fight him, and I have to fight him before I fight him. These 3 bosses are all really hard to beat. I'm sorry, I have to fight him. Yeah, him before him. And then him before him. And then him... I guess he's supposed to beat him, but his ability is really only useful as an aid. I don't use it that much. And Flame Stag is one of those guys I'm going to go in and beat, and I'm just going to go drop him with the X-Buster. He's not my... I will probably go and deal with him immediately once I see an X-Hunter show up at his location. With the double fist, with the double-handed upgrade... Also, the other nice thing... Yeah, remember those bats? Yeah, they're back. And unfortunately, we don't have the shield, the Doom Shield, to just ignore them anymore. I will miss you, Rolling Shield. Why couldn't we have kept you? So we're gonna charge this sucker up because we got a floating tank thing. Yeah. The primary advantage of that thing is it does lots of damage. It does lots of hits. So I think. Okay. There's an upgrade up there that I think we can get now. We don't need... We just have to... We got a stash jump. I think we're best served by kick jumping. Hey, we made it. Heart tank. Excellent. The other convenient thing about this is that we can just let the button go. Okay, what's this? Okay, this is a secret area. Once we beat the Moth and we get his weapon, we can use an area like that and like one in another stage to refill our heart tanks completely. Okay. We will have to come back to this stage because, as far as I know, we cannot get the sub-tank in this level. We can't get the sub-tank. Yeah, jellyfish. Shield, I will miss you so much. I will miss you so much. Oh. Sorry about that. Alright, this is one of the three. Agile. Welcome, X. Your destruction is at hand. I will never keep their voices straight. Just saying. He's got two tricks. He will throw... and he will come across the stage like that at me. But I got air dash, so... and I have the wall. Delicious, delicious wall. If I'm standing on the ground, he will attempt to good shot over his head. You can't actually break that shield with guns. He's probably the easiest to beat. At least easiest to beat without taking a pile of damage. Oh. I have failed, but you will never live to see zero! Sure. You got zero part number 3. So, there, and it's his feet. Kind of important. I love the air dash. Air dash makes Bubble Crab rather trivial to beat. I believe that either the Sonic Slicer or the wheel does the most damage to him. I think the wheel actually basically makes him break it, but this is what he does. He jumps, he makes a bubble like that, but he gets stunned by that. Yeah, he creates his bubble shield, and the bubble shield can take several hits. But as soon as you jump above him, he breaks his own shield to try and get you. With the air dash in hand, with the air dash, you just go right through it. You can go right over him, he breaks his own shield, and by the time he jumps into the air, you're already on the other side of him, so he's done. He is probably one of the easiest to beat with the air dash in hand. Wheel Gator is beatable without. If you're trying to do a no upgrade run of this game, because you can do a no upgrade run of this game, none of the upgrades are forced on you in this game. They're all optional. So, that was Bubble Splash. It shoots bubbles from that grade. Okay. I guess it's time to go to the volcanic zone because Violen is there, and I believe the bubbles will actually hit Flame Stag. Actually own Flame Stag in the face. So ready. This is kind of a cool stage. It's kind of like some form of refinery. Okay, there's a neat trick with these things. Those things will basically just slam into the walls and then try and hit you. Well, there's a sub-tank right there. And there's a life up there, but we can't get it because I didn't do it right. Sub-tanks work pretty much the same as they did before. Nope, not doing that, not doing that. That is instant death as far as I remember. Nope, it just hurts you. It hurts you a lot. There's the heart tank. We'll have to come back here for that. Holy. Okay. Yeah, that's the heart tank. You have to be rather quick to get the heart tank in this one. Or have a weapon that will destroy that thing nearly instantaneously. Okay. There we go. Going up. Okay. See, that thing will basically slam against the wall. If you were sitting right there and it hits it, it will hit the wall and break. Which, we need to get up here. Violen is a pain. I don't like fighting him. He's probably one of my least favorites to fight because he has one shtick. Erks, I shall crush you like a tin can. Yeah, he's not. Okay, he's got that move, and he has that thing, which is a little hard to predict. So I'm going to take a ton of hits from that thing. And he jumps around. He's going to kill me, and I have to restart the stage because, yeah. Nope, I had another life left. I must have picked one off somehow. I don't know how, but I did. See, we started after that. Lava section, so we can't go back there. So we're gonna go here. And how much sub-tank do I have? Not much, but we'll use it. We will use it. We'll use all the sub-tank I have in this fight because I'm not very good at following this pattern. The good news is they don't talk to you. They don't talk at you. So that's 3 deaths. Oh right, he also does that. And honestly, I kind of prefer when he does that, because then he's not doing that quite. Okay. There we go. Got him. Good. It cannot be! Now the unification is in jeopardy! You got Zero part number 2, which is his torso. Uh-huh. Zero got a little bit of a redesign in this one. He got those chest crystals, which I have before called blue crystals. Alright, those things fall when you stand up. Shit! Okay, still not instant death. I am thoroughly surprised. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to die again in this stage. Due to my own ineptitude. Nope. I'm gonna get to survive a little bit longer because I found that. This is a far cry from Mega Man X1, where I only died once to my own ineptitude and once to safety. Shit. That. Up. Go. Ugh. Okay. Oops. Well, I don't think there's anything else. So here's our good friend. By good friend, I mean mortal enemy. Lame Stag. He's kind of cool. He jumps around the stage. Let's try the bubbles. The bubbles work. Yeah, the bubbles basically will force him into a pattern where he throws... Yeah. This is the mainstay of later X games, in that hitting with a special weapon doesn't do a ton of damage, but it forces him into a pattern. Or it completely just nerfs him. Okay, now he's in his low health stage, which is the blue flames. This does a little more damage now. And you can just take him out. Now we have a sub-tank, so life is good, which we didn't use. His ability is useful when charged. We can go back to wheel Gator stage and use it to go places. Speed burner. I don't remember what weapon he uses. So where is he? He is in the robot junkyard. I know what Wire Sponge does. Do I want to go for Agile right now, or Serges right now? There's another upgrade in the robot junkyard stage. So we just got a text. Nothing important. Okay, this has a capsule upgrade in it, but the upgrade is useless. This I am not doing until I finish this stage. And if I take out this one, because I think the boss stage in this one is easy. The Agile stage is easy to get to in this one. So we'll go here. I'm pretty sure I can take Morph Moth. I think the fire weapon is what's effective on him. Because I don't remember Wire Sponge's weapon being useful. Makes sense, Moth to flame. The neat thing about this one is that this is basically a giant junkyard, which is kind of cool. So you've got basically scrapped robots. Yeah, those guys are shields. And we have that. So, first upgrade here. Mega Man X, enter the capsule. This enhancement will modify your body armor. With it, you can absorb damage and transfer it into explosive weapon energy. Kind of useless. It's basically a room clearer. It does not do any damage at all to bosses. It does maybe 3 hits of damage to bosses. Looks cool. And in order to do it, in order to get it, you have to, in order to get the energy, you have to take damage. It's just not that useful of an ability. Okay, these are kind of cool. If you just shoot them with your regular gun and then don't touch them for a bit, they will redo. A nice effect of the gun upgrade is that you climb ladders faster now. What is that? What is that? I want to know. Okay. Oh, bother. Okay. You hear that sound? Okay, there it is. Bastard. Come here. Those things are kind of cool conceptually. Hi. Basically what the green ones will do is they will grab onto you. They will grab onto you and then shoot you. And make you do one action over and over and over again. It's kind of cool as an effect. So, this is Serges. Serges is a pain. I am Serges, and I cannot allow you to stop the unification! It is for the good of all! He has basically two shticks. Basically, by shooting him in the hat, or when he does that, his force field doesn't come up. It's possible to basically nail him in the hat. Like that. But he basically drops mines everywhere. Go ahead and use my sub-tank. He's one of those bosses that's really hard to beat without. Yeah, and there's spikes on the edges of this thing. Okay, I should be able to beat him without too much trouble. Clear the mines. There we go. So we've got all three of them beat. You have merely delayed the inevitable. We will meet again. You got 0 part number 1. Excellent. So that was his head. We have his control chip, which means we can rebuild Zero now. Kinda cool. So take a pile of damage from her stuff. Okay, there's a heart tank around here somewhere, and I just have to find it. The energy sitting around everywhere is kind of cool. Yeah, those things just slam into your face. Just wish I could... Yeah, when the... Basically, there's a polarity switch in the area. Yeah, if you let those nails just get more stuff. You move a lot faster. It's a bit confusing because there's a similarly themed stage in Mega Man X3. Just the junk robots are kind of cool. Unfortunately for me, yeah. See, these things. Here's what they do. This one makes you shoot all the time. So it, pumps its what have you in my back. I guess these are supposed to be basically robots to move broken robots and junk code around. Which I think is really cool. It's a neat touch. We haven't used the speed burner at all, and our charge is almost full. Okay, now we have this thing to fight again. Here's another one. Unfortunately, I didn't break it that time, so I have to break whatever robot body it pulls up again, which I think is always the same one. Hey, my charge is back up. However, the robot itself doesn't get any more HP back from doing that. So, oh jeez. Yeah, that's supposed to be the part that makes it a little more... Yeah, those things are only an annoyance. Well, okay, they can hurt you too, but... Great. Come back to the stage and find the heart tank. Just skip him. That's annoying. Yeah, I don't have this one memorized, so we'll have to come back and find the heart tank. Okay, this is the first half of the boss, the stage. It's rather annoying in that it does that, and the special weapon doesn't actually work on him. You just kind of have to X-Buster him down. He basically swings around and shoots that crap everywhere. Okay. And after I do enough damage to him like this, he'll switch to standard target, which is right there. So that's the full mode. Breaks out of the cocoon. Yeah, that's the move for. That's the weapon use on him. So he's down. There he goes. Looks like after this we'll take a break, and then we've got Silk Shot. Dr. K. I can try to reactivate Zero to help, but I need more time before you can reinstall his control chip. Try to slow them down. Good luck! If you did not beat all of the X-Hunters, if you basically didn't beat all the X-Hunters, what would happen is that they'd come back, steal whatever parts you did beat, reactivate Zero, and then you have to fight him. So, other control stage. I guess I can do Flame Stag. This is me attempting to get the heart tank from here. So we're just going to run up, go for the heart tank, and then scroll up. Scroll up. There it goes. Excellent. So, we're going to call it a video here. See you next video.